The federal government has begun the implementation phase of its economic and financial inclusion strategy to improve access to economic opportunities for Nigerians. The Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, Senator Ibrahim Hadeja, said this at the inaugural meeting of the Technical Committee of the Presidential Committee on Economic and Financial Inclusion. The federal government established an interagency task force to address challenges delaying President Bola Tinubu's approved conditional cash transfers to 15 million vulnerable households. The task force includes the National Identity Management Commission (NIMC), National Social Safety Nets Coordinating Office, National Cash Transfer Office, Central Bank of Nigeria, and the Nigeria Interbank Settlement System, with the mandate to unlock bottlenecks and fast-track the distribution of critical financial support to Nigeria's most vulnerable.
From the summary, I can see that we're off to a very, very good start indeed. And I just want to impress on what I believe has led to the success of what have been done so far, which is essentially alignment and carrying everybody along. Financial inclusion goes beyond having a bank account. You know, it really speaks to providing quality financial services, access to credit, and the visibility that a digital platform will give. You know, there's nothing wrong with making money as long as you carry and lift people along as you do that.
The committee's secretary says the meeting also approves the committee's strategic roadmap and governance structure.
So there was an approval to make a presentation through the National Economic Council and the Nigerian Governors Forum to ensure that every state has domesticated this A2F data, that is access to finance database, to ensure success in that. And finally also fundraising, to work around how can we fundraise, so as to ensure sustainability. They have been doing this for 17 years, in Nigeria since the beginning of financial inclusion journey in Nigeria till today.
Also, Director General of NIMC explains that digital identity plays a foundational role in achieving inclusion goals.
It is important to be able to lift Nigerians out of poverty, and one of the beauties of the NIN is that it bridges that financial divide, and it ensures that once any citizen has their NIN, they're able to have easy access to government services across the health sector, the education sector, the agriculture sector, and that is what our focus is regarding NIMC. But I would say that the committee is fantastic because it brings together all stakeholders across all different walks of life, from the public sector and the private sector, that are instrumental in ensuring effective service delivery around economic and financial inclusion.
The Director of Consumer Protection and Financial Inclusion at the CBN urges the committee to focus on implementable outcomes that serve those at the base of the pyramid.
One of the 8 reforms, as announced by Mr. President, is financial inclusion, getting inclusivity. And so for us, for that to be achieved, we have to take it beyond financial inclusion. And so the Economic Inclusion and Financial Inclusion Committee has also set the need to ensure that every participant is properly identified. So we're going to be working with NIMC to ensure that we properly identify for sustainability.
The Dean of the Lagos Business School, Professor Olayinka David West, says the meeting is solution-oriented.
So I think collectively what we're trying to say and do is the fact that economic and financial inclusion is every Nigerian's problem. How do we bring the collective wisdom in the house to ensure that we get to the last mile? And then how do we ensure that through the secretariat and the committee that we're looking at problems, but not just looking at them for the sake of talking, but setting ourselves targets and milestones to ensure that we're actually making progress and reporting that progress back to the Vice President and the President.